Hey everyone, Elon Musk here. Now, I want to let you know that we're going to have a change in work policy where I need you to come to the office. The main reason is that I have 10 kids, I have many mistresses, I can't even keep track of them all, and I need all of you to come to the office to help me beg people to give us $8 a month to save Twitter. I know we can do it, I know you want to do it. Let's sleep in the office together, let's make more kids, let's get more mistresses, and let's get that $8 a month.
Hey guys, this is Chris. Welcome back to the channel. There is more craziness going on over at Twitter, and if you're looking for drama, you're in the right place. So check this out. So Elon Musk sent an email to everyone at 2:30 a.m. in the morning. He's like, you know what? I have an epiphany. I got to share with everyone, and we're gonna get to that email in a second. But we already kind of know the result of it. 5 Twitter execs are quitting, and this is actually really big news because this is for real, guys. If you want to run a company, if you want to build a team, if you want to run an organization, no matter what you do, you need people around you to support you, and you need talented people around you to support you, right? And when you're already firing half your staff, and then even more key players are leaving, it's going to be really tough. And the one that was really shocking is it's rumored now that Yoel Roth is leaving. Now, Yoel's an interesting guy. He was actually defending Twitter and defending Elon Musk all on Twitter. He would like write out, and he was the head of their trust and safety. You can see right there. And in fact, true story, Yoel Roth, Elon Musk, and myself, we all went to the same school, University of Pennsylvania. And the reason why I mentioned that, I always mention the same thing, is because I kind of know how these things work. I know how these people operate and stuff like that. And I just want to have a general sense of like, these are real people. It's not just like, quote, TV people, stuff like that. These are real people. And for those of you who work in the tech industry, you would understand this, that, you know, or any job at all, if your boss like kind of starts ticking you off, it's like, dude, it's just not worth it anymore, right? And even Yoel was a strong supporter of Elon Musk. He's like, it's just not worth it. And again, they're rumored to be leaving. Now, other people are leaving as well. So let's see. Chief Information and Security Officer Leah Kistner is leaving, it looks like. Chief Privacy Officer Damien Kieran is leaving. Chief Compliance Officer Marion Fogarty is leaving. And then also to Yoel Roth. We may get some more as well. This is pretty big. And this is the letter that Elon Musk sent out at 2:30 a.m. in the morning. This is breaking news. Let's read the letter together. I haven't read it yet, and it's always fun to take a look at this stuff together. Let me just fix this here. Okay. This is from Elon Musk to Twitter. Sorry that this is my first email to the whole company, but there is no way to sugarcoat the message. Frankly, the economic picture ahead is dire, especially for a company like ours that is so dependent on advertising in a challenging economic climate. Moreover, 70% of our advertising is brand rather than specific performance, which makes us doubly vulnerable. Wow. So it's kind of what he's saying here is like, okay, the way I'm just want to explain this. My understanding would be I can have types of advertising to where people will pay money, say on a case by case basis, or just performance based, or like sort of one time thing kind of thing. So here is more like, I think he's saying 70% of our advertising is sort of like brand contracts, brand sponsorships, right? So it's different than like sort of like variable money. And if 70% of your money is essentially contracts, and if everyone's pulling out, it's a real problem, right? Especially in a declining environment. Next, what he says here, Elon Musk, that is why the priority over the past 10 days has been develop a launch of Twitter Blue verified subscriptions, meaning that he's trying to get everyone to give him $8 a month. He's got to save his company, so he sees it sinking. That's essentially, he says right here. Huge props to the team. Without significant subscription revenue, there is a good chance Twitter will not survive the upcoming economic downturn. We need roughly half our revenue to be subscription. Wow. So they're losing a bunch of ad revenue. The economy is failing, and they need to basically get a whole bunch of people to pay for Twitter. And he used the word bankrupt, is what I'd heard in a conference call or something like that. It's been the rumors going around. This is essentially leaks coming from the inside. Here's more from the email. Of course, we will still be significantly reliant on advertising, so I'm spending time with our sales and partnerships teams to ensure that Twitter continues to be appealing to advertisers. This is the Spaces discussion that Robin, Yoel, and I hosted today. See, look at this. See, Yoel, this is why it's a big deal. So this is at 2:30 a.m. in the morning, and Elon Musk is tweeting, emailing everyone and like talking about, hey, Yoel and I hosted this event, and we're talking about how to fix Twitter. I'm telling you guys, Yoel is like Elon's right hand man, like his second in command kind of person. And this news that Yoel is leaving is big deal, because he's even mentioning Yoel in the you're not going to mention Yoel in the email if you knew this, that he was leaving, right? This is crazy. Listen to the Twitter Spaces recording called Elon Q&A, Advertising in the Future. There's going to be a lot of leaks coming out, because I think there's a lot of pissed off employees, I'm sure. This is more from Elon. The road ahead is arduous and will require intense work to succeed. We are changing Twitter policy such that remote work is no longer allowed. Unless you have a specific exception, managers will send the exceptions list to me for review and approval. So basically, he's saying, everyone, you got to come to the office. No more, remote work. Basically, he's trying to find a way to like fire people. I'm sure that's what it is. He knows people don't want to come into the office because just think of it this way, guys. Think of it this way. You're living in San Francisco. You had a job at Twitter during the pandemic. Everyone said, hey, you can work wherever. You can work remotely. People sold their house. People moved to a new city, moved their families, moved their kids. You guys get what I'm saying? It's like, for some people, if they're not in the area anymore, it's not really that practical to like move back to San Francisco with like ludicrous, housing prices. I'm sure you guys get my point. People have already moved, and plus interest rates are up. It's just, I'm sure Elon knows that. He's not stupid, so he's trying to find a way to fire more people. Essentially, starting tomorrow, Thursday, everyone's required to be in the. Starting tomorrow. Oh, come on, that's ridiculous. You guys can read this. So he sends out an email at 2:30 a.m. He's saying, starting tomorrow, Thursday, everyone's required to be in the office for a minimum of 40 hours a week. 5 days a week in this environment, in this world, I just don't see it. Obviously, you are physically unable to travel to an office to have critical personal obligation, then your absence is understandable. I mean, yeah, okay. He's trying to say, okay, if you live in Chicago, maybe you can't come, but I think the message is clear on sort of his intent. I look forward to working with you to take Twitter to a whole new level. The potential is truly incredible. Thanks, Elon. And then again, guys, the news breaking, and this is just like as I'm recording, it's just half an hour ago that 5 people are leaving. This is the Twitter cybersecurity chief are leaving. What else we got here? Musk warns Twitter bankruptcy possible if cash burn doesn't stop. I had heard the rumor about that, so we're talking about bankruptcy now. And there's the other thing too. The other thing that was important is remember Twitter took out a bunch of debt, and then essentially people are trying to resell the debt because you're kind of nervous if Twitter can pay it back. And there's the offers that are coming in to buy Twitter's debt is 60 cents on the dollar. So that's not great. Essentially, you're discounting Twitter's ability to pay their bills. And moreover, the hits just keep on coming. Look at this headline. Elon Musk is putting Twitter at risk of billions in fines, warns the company lawyer. Read it again. Elon Musk is putting Twitter at risk of billions in fines, warns the company lawyer. Basically, what's this? Elon Musk portion lawyer is telling people Elon puts rockets into space. He's not afraid of the FTC. So let's see what the lawyer has to say. This is a letter from the lawyer. Twitter is a remote first workplace. So he's saying that Twitter is mostly about people working remotely, and this idea of coming to the office. I think that's what it's all about. Twitter is a remote work first workplace and has operated for such for years. Oh, it's always been remote first. Oh, interesting. Okay. So most of Twitter employees have always been remote. It is a fundamental change to our employment contracts to require a 40-hour work week in the office requirement. So basically, Elon doesn't freaking care. He's just like ignoring everyone's contract. I mean, a contract's a contract, guys. I think if you guys are watching this and you have a job, you understand this. You make a contract with your employers, like that's our contract. That's our agreement, right? So the lawyer's even like, yo, this could be bad. I do not personally believe that Twitter employees have an obligation to return to the office. Wow. So basically the lawyer is calling for a mutiny. certainly not on no notice, if at all. Remember, Twitter, there was no notice. Elon Musk sent an email to everyone and said, hey, y'all have to come to the office 40 hours a week. I mean, do you guys understand how ridiculously this is? And I really want to point this out to you guys. This is really important. Yes, Elon's a smart guy, but he's really demonstrating he's horrible at managing people in this situation. And all this Twitter and Tesla pumpers out there just basically talk BS to you all the time. I try to keep it real, guys. You guys don't realize. I mean, I teach this stuff in the classroom. This is what I teach: how to treat people, how to manage people, how to run a business ethically. This is stuff I teach, and this is just completely unethical. Let's keep reading. I also remind all tweeps, at least in the USA, I guess what they call themselves, that we have unlimited PTO policy. All tweeps are able to take PTO. Perhaps today is a good day to take some rest and recharge. Oh my God. Oh, that's funny. Some companies are like that. Tech companies, you can take as much time as you want to do whatever you want to do, and that's been the culture. So Elon Musk is really breaking that. And also too, remember, there's been a lot of workplace complaints about Tesla. That's a real thing, and they always try to brush under the rug at Tesla, but it's a real thing. People do complain about these things, but this is coming out to light because at Twitter you're dealing with, basically, just be real. Tech workers. Tech workers are not quite the same as, say, auto workers. And what I mean by that is like people on the assembly line, auto worker, opposed to like you're messing with people who do, work on the computer all day, every day. Stuff's going to leak out much easier and much quicker and much faster, right? You guys understand what I'm saying? Let's keep reading here. This is crazy. Everyone here should also know our CISO chief privacy officer, and chief compliance officer all resigned last night. Oh my God. Yeah, we already talked about this stuff. This news will be buried in the return to office drama. See, there's so much news, guys, that people are just leaving. But I believe that is intentional. Let's see. Over the last, so he's trying to, Elon knows everyone's going to be leaving, but there's so much news coming out of Twitter that it's just a crap show over there. People are quitting. They're losing money. Banks don't want to buy the debt that they're in. It's a crap show. There's nothing else to say. And I gotta say, I could swear, but I'm not going to. Over the last 2 weeks, Elon has shown that he cares only about recouping the losses he's incurring as a result of failing to get out of his binding obligation to buy Twitter. Right? Elon only cares about himself, and he's essentially trapped to buy this failing company. Essentially, he chose to enter into that agreement, right, with the exclamation mark. All of us are being put through this as a result of the choices he made, right? Because of Elon's pride, guys. Everyone's paying the price. Elon has shown that his only priority with Twitter users is how to monetize them. He's calling out Elon. Wow, this is crazy. I do not believe he cares about human rights activists. Okay, I'm with you. The dissidents are users of unmonetizable regions and all other users who have made Twitter the global town square you have spent so long building and we all love. So basically he's saying he doesn't care about Twitter at all. He just cares about making money to pay back the debt that yeah, I can see that. Do you guys, I mean, I'd be curious if you guys saw this. So this guy's just really calling out Elon. And this is Elon's lawyer, I think this is from. I have heard Alex Spiro, head of legal, say that Elon is willing to take a huge amount of risk in relation to this company and its users because, quote, Elon puts rockets into space. He's not afraid of the FTC. I have heard another leader in the legal department say that because of the tight SLA of 2 weeks between product inception, launch, legal will, quote, have to shift the burden to engineers to self-certify compliance with FTC requirements and other laws. This will put amount of personal, professional, legal risk onto engineers. Oh, this is fascinating. I anticipate that all of you will be pressured by management into pushing out changes that will likely lead to major incidents. Crap. You guys have to understand, like this is a big deal because people are quitting because, I mean, yes, you work for a job, you work for a salary, but if some things that you are doing at your company could ultimately come back to hurt you legally, it's just not worth it. And plus, you got to deal with a CEO who's going off his rocker and just cares about, you know, his money and getting people to pay money into the scheme and essentially scamming people to like, oh, I'm all about, you know, free speech and stuff like that. Now pay me $8. Elon's going to get crazy, guys. We're seeing it live. All of this is extremely dangerous for our users. Also, given that the FTC can and will fine Twitter billions with a B, exclamation point, the cap letters, billions of dollars pursuant to the FTC consent order, extremely detrimental to Twitter's longevity and as a platform. Our users deserve so much better than this. Oh my God, this is nuts. All of this is extremely dangerous for our users. Okay, we read that. If you feel uncomfortable about anything you're being asked to do, you can call Twitter's ethic hotline. This is a real thing. You can call Twitter's ethics hotline at 800-275-4843 or submit a report at ethicshelpline.twitter.com. Please also note that the FTC number is 1-800-FTC-HELP. You maybe remember that Mudge reached out to, whistleblower.org. I wish you all the luck. It's been such an honor to work with all of you, and I'll be taking my PTO today. Oh my God. Okay, so I hope all this stuff is clear, guys. It's a crap show. I try to go through all the details. My feeling of this stuff is that as an employer, as a person, this is sort of why I talk about this stuff on the channel all the time. Ethics matters, guys. Ethics matters. I lived through .com. I lived through 0809. I've seen companies implode. And this is a true story. Actually, in Korea, at the university I used to teach, it was Hongdae. My boss went to prison. I am not kidding. Because what happened was he got involved in politics with the basically corrupt president who was impeached, and he ended up ultimately going to prison. And I mean, until you've had this experience where like people you work with, like my boss at my last job went to prison. Or another example, and this is a true story. When I worked in Hollywood, both HBO and Amazon stole crap from me. I can't stress enough. And if you don't know what it's like when people steal your work from you, it is not cool. You're really upset, and you see people get rich off of your work. You're not happy about it at all. And this is sort of why, like, I don't want other people to get cheated. I don't want you to get cheated. I don't want me to get cheated. It pains me when I see all these Tesla Twitter pumpers, and I call them Tesla Twitter pumpers now, just basically, you know, kiss up to Elon Musk and stuff, and just spread a bunch of nonsense. And when this kind of stuff comes out, guys, this isn't BS, right? I mean, we're getting so many reports, like this is what's going on inside, and I just want you to understand this is how the world really works. Oftentimes, people like a Musk will give an illusion of control and stuff like that, but man, we're witnessing live and just we're in a whole other world. And it's funny, when you take over a social media company, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, things are going to come out. Like literally, you're taking over a social media company. This is a massive, massive mistake. This is a huge blow up. We're seeing the blow up of FTX, seeing the blow up of Twitter. And I get it, guys. The markets are up today. I gotta read the news of everything about that. That was a CPI data, but I think that was shorts covering. And then this is just a crap show. And we're witnessing a world meltdown live, be it the economy in China, be it what's going on, the credit crisis in Korea. Be it the essentially the crisis in the UK. I can go on and on and on. I'll do a separate video on that. But anyway, love to hear your thoughts on Twitter, guys. This is unreal. People are leaving. They're possibly going bankrupt. Elon Musk going crazy. Unreal. So thanks again. Love to hear your thoughts on this one, and I'll catch you in the next video.